All right. Welcome back to Nerds in the Gym podcast. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Marco. We're back to our Saturday schedule. It's March 18th, 2023, 11:25 a.m., 25-minute later start than we normally get. How was your snow day on Tuesday, Brandon?
Oh, it's brutal.
So we got hit by a massive snowstorm this past week. I think it was like a record snowstorm in some cases, like for the time of year and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We got about 2 feet of snow out of nowhere in the middle of March. Were you doing listening for audio?
I just couldn't tell if it was echoing
Oh,
or if it was
okay.
me.
Oh, okay. Is that what you were fixing before?
I think we're good.
Oh, okay. We're good.
But yeah, no. So I had to drive in during the snowstorm
Yep.
twice.
I was driving through I was driving through a lot of it. Like, I was just driving all day. It was fascinating. There were trees down everywhere, power lines everywhere. I got stuck behind a plow, and the plow was going past an area where the power line had come down, but you couldn't see the power line because it was, like, covered under snow pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just dragging the power line with him
Jeez.
for at least a mile. I was like, ooh, that's some damage.
On my way into work, I saw it was like a tree, and you could tell it was getting ready to break.
Yep.
It was going left, and then right in front of me, it breaks.
Oh, really?
So I had to shift into the other lane.
Did you see the house that had a tree just leaning on it, essentially?
No.
So over on William Street, there's just a house that has the tree like fell, but I think it must have fell straight down, landed on the ground, and then tilted it alongside the house because it didn't break through the house at all. But I was like, that's a close call right there because it was right over like the middle of the house too.
I got to work, and half the people couldn't make it in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because we got a lot of people that drive like an hour away.
How does something like that, like if you're a job where you have to go in person, if a big emergency like this happens, what do you guys do?
You go in.
If you can.
You just gotta give 110% because I worked at the hospital for years.
Yeah.
So even like dietary, I'm driving in there in a snowstorm.
Yeah. But it was crazy. Joe just got his street plowed on Thursday. So he was locked in his house.
For 3 days.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I was driving through, there were people that were trapped in their houses because trees fell like right in front of their driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Streets just weren't getting plowed properly. Like various reasons why people were stuck. Eversource was working like 24/7.
That's crazy.
That was another thing. I saw an Eversource truck. We were driving up a hill, and it was sliding on ice, and I started smelling rubber and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at a point where we were taking a slight left turn, and when we straightened out, I figured out why. It was driving sideways like this. The back tires were just dragging across, and he was just sliding like uphill at an angle. It was insane.
That's crazy. You know what else is insane?
What?
Free agency.
Oh, free agency. What do you think? Aaron Rodgers shakes up the entire NFL going to the Jets?
Supposedly it's a done deal.
Yeah.
They're just waiting on the Packers to sign the paperwork.
Yep.
I think the Packers have zero leverage.
I know. Well, it's like, because if they keep him, Aaron Rodgers will just retire.
Mm-hmm.
Then his contract goes away. Then he comes back. He's able to sign with another team, and then Green Bay still has to pay off his contract. Right? Is that how it works?
If he retires and comes back, they still have his contract.
Oh, okay.
But say he retires, it's just a bad look for him.
Yeah.
But say they can't force him to retire. So if they want to move on from him and he doesn't retire,
Yeah.
they're forced to keep him on the roster.
Isn't Jordan Love supposed to be really good? Or was, at least?
He was a first-round draft pick. Really good in college. He played last year when Rodgers hurt his leg.
He didn't do bad, did he?
No.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to move on from him. It's just eerie that this lines up just like they did with Brett Favre.
I like, personally, if I'm them, why would I wait with signing these papers? Just get rid of him. He's like, for them at this point, he's just being a pain.
Well, I think they just want more. They're going to try and... Because now he's leaving the franchise.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get as much for him as they can.
You know, the one thing to... him going to the Jets had a very solid team last year. It was really just the quarterback position and when their running back got hurt. That their entire team went downhill?
Well, they already signed Alan Lazard at wide receiver.
Okay. Like, this team, I don't know how long their running back's going to be gone for, because he got injured like a few weeks into the season.
But he was really good up until then.
He was. And, like, right as soon as he got injured, just when everything went downhill. But also, like, their quarterback problems in general.
Mm-hmm.
They have a pretty stacked team outside of what was going on with their quarterback situation.
So even Magic Mike White didn't do bad, but then he got hurt.
Yeah.
So he is now a Miami Dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
So if Tua goes down, they got Magic Mike White.
See what Tua's doing?
No.
He's doing jiu-jitsu to prevent concussions. So, like, he's learning how to fall.
I mean, it's smart.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Where you learn how to, like, spread out your body.
Well, it's like you kind of, like, tuck in when you fall and then slap down with your arms.
It's just tough if he has the ball.
Yeah, yeah.
And fumble.
Yeah. Well, like, if you watch all the plays in which he falls or, like, got concussions, his head just, like, his head is out here and it just smacks across it. It's not like he's staying tucked in at all.
Oh, yeah, every time.
But, like, that's the biggest thing. You'll see some... one of the things that some of the best running backs do is they don't just run through, like, up like this. They tuck down so then when they do get hit, everything stays compact in here.
It
But,
also
like,
protects the ball.
But, like, when he's running, he's up here like this, and his head is, like, still, like, flailing and everything. He's not tucked in as is.
I think at this point he has to start acting like he's a 38-year-old quarterback. He's got to do what Brady and Peyton Manning did at the end of the career where they just fall down.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I'm still not sold that Brady's done.
I just read an article this morning saying he just wants to be a dad.
We'll see how long he wants to be a dad for.
So, if Rodgers goes to the Jets, I guess there's a slew of free agents that are ready to sign.
Yeah. I hope that they book Jets and Chiefs if he does go to the Jets.
So, I mean, you can already look at who the Jets are playing next season.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't know what.
Oh, they have it set?
They know the opponents. They don't know the schedule.
Don't they wait a little bit, though, to set the 17th game?
I think so. I think that might be the only one up in the air.
Yeah, so Jets 2023 would be 2023 or 2024 opponents? 2023, I'll say.
The way the NFL does it, it's 23-24. But.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Who will they play? They do play the Chiefs at home.
Let's take a look here. I don't know why they did this in black and white.
Yeah, I don't know either. So you have the
Commanders.
I made that mistake last time, didn't I?
The Eagles.
Falcons, Chargers, Kansas City, Texans, Bills. Like, these four teams are...
Yeah,
these last three are...
That's their home games?
Yeah. Then away is Dallas, the Giants, the Broncos. Is that the Browns?
Yeah, that's the Browns.
And then the Raiders.
I mean, I'm ashamed to say it, but I'll go see a Jets game if Rodgers is quarterback.
Me too. Honestly, Patriots, Jets, I would go to that.
If it's the home one, I will. The away one, bro, we are in trouble. The Patriots are in trouble.
I like the signings they've done so far.
So we lost Jacoby Myers.
I'm upset that they gave Juju Smith-Schuster the same contract that they could have given Myers. So the one difference is Myers' contract is more guaranteed than...
So my problem losing Jacoby Myers has been our one wide receiver for like 5 years now.
Yeah.
And they haven't been able to use him. If I was him and the Patriots offered him the same money, I would have turned it down. Yeah. They don't know how to use me. They're wasting my career. And my thing is, Juju is just a distraction. He had less than 1,000 yards last year on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So...
Did Jacoby Myers hit 1,000?
On the Patriots?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he was... It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. But that's our offense. The Chiefs are number one offense in the NFL.
He hit 804 last year, 866 the year before.
Which in our offense is really good.
Yeah.
But the Chiefs offense, I don't know, man.
One thing that I'm nervous about is that the Patriots are going to get Hopkins.
I would like that. My thing is, like, You could bring back Randy Moss and Wes Welker, but this current Patriots offense isn't high flying. I don't know what it is. It's boring to watch. And we can have all the weapons.
Okay, so the year before this past season, they were fun to watch. Their offense.
Max rookie year?
Yeah.
Not the most fun.
Not the most fun.
They did just enough.
But this past year was really a step down. And honestly, I have to go with it's because of the whole offensive coaching situation that they had going on.
Oh, I'm sure.
But they may now have the best tight end duo in the league.
Sorry. You didn't hear it because you didn't have your headphones on, but you were the.
Oh, did I really?
It just echoed. So they have Henry and now Gesicki.
Yep.
From the Dolphins.
Yep. And Gesicki is actually really good.
No, I like Gesicki a lot.
And so the story about him is he was supposed to go to, what is it, like Alabama or whatever, when he was recruited by Bill O'Brien. But then Bill O'Brien got the coaching job with the Texans. So then he didn't have Bill O'Brien as the coach, I guess.
You're screwing it up somewhere. Bill O'Brien went to Alabama after the Patriots, or after Houston.
Where was he before?
Patriots.
Somehow
Penn State.
Oh, maybe Penn State.
He was there at one point.
Anyhow, he recruited him, then got the job with the Texans, went with the Texans, and so now, I wonder if him being with the Patriots is part of the reason why they got him.
It could be,
but
I think he's very underrated.
But let's also look at what Bill O'Brien did with Aaron Hernandez and Gronk back in, 2010, 2011?
Whoa.
If you go and
Marco's going hard.
If you go and watch those teams, the way that those two played together, it is.
Oh, it was the best football I've ever seen.
It's some of the most dominant performances ever. Now,
they had he who must not be named coming out of the backfield on some plays. He was running jet sweeps.
Oh, I know. Well, even Gronk was more versatile back there before his injuries.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't want him to get injured. But these two tight ends that we have now, they're not at the same level as Gronk and Hernandez. But we see what Bill O'Brien can do in terms of scheming these plays out for tight ends. Hunter Henry is a very talented receiving tight end. He probably more fits the role of Aaron Hernandez and what's the other? Gesicki? Gesicki. He probably fits the role of Gronk more. He's more physical. Hunter Henry's less physical but more route running.
And then Henry had to do both last year and had a down year.
Yeah.
My thing, I feel bad for Hunter Henry because if he's on one of these other offenses, he is a Pro Bowler, potentially Hall of Famer. If he stayed in San Diego.
Oh, didn't he have insane receiving stats his first few years in the league before his knee injury?
Yeah.
Because they got him right after the knee injury, right?
Yeah, I believe so. He
actually
would get hurt a lot. But...
Yeah. Nothing actually insane. His first year was really good.
But you got to remember, these are tight end stats.
Yeah.
And
we have to think that Gronk was a different type of tight end.
Right, you can't compare everyone to Gronk, but look at some of these 8 touchdowns his rookie year.
Mm-hmm. He had 9 in his first year with the Patriots.
Right, that was
his
really
first
good.
year with the Patriots is actually probably that's his best overall season.
Well, that was the year we didn't have a wide receiver touchdown till week 10.
Oh, really?
And Myers didn't have a touchdown to almost week 14.
That was with Mac Jones' first season?
That was the Mac Jones' first season.
Oh.
Because before then, it was the Cam Newton year.
Okay.
And before then, that was Brady.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
was Myers' rookie year. But anyway, so you saw Jonnu Smith got traded.
Mm-hmm.
He was a bust for the Patriots.
Yep, that's right. Yep, I know who you're talking about now. It took me a little bit to process that.
It's funny because
he was on the Ravens, right?
Titans.
Titans, okay.
Jonnu Smith was a Titans beast. So he's gone to the Falcons.
Speaking of the Titans, you know who's on the trade? Wire or whatever you call it?
Block.
Trading block?
Trade block.
Trade block.
Sorry, you look so earnestly into my eyes when you're like, trading block. Well, trade block. Trading block? You want it so badly for a longer. No, Marco, who's on the trading block?
Derrick Henry.
I did hear that.
And there's a clip where people are like speculating maybe he'll come to the Patriots because at the Pro Bowl he asked, oh man, who's the really good defensive end we have? I can't think of his name. On the Patriots? I can't think of his name.
He has the red armbands.
Yeah.
Judon.
Yeah, Matthew Judon. Hunter Henry, or not Hunter Henry. Derrick Henry asked him, he was like, do you like playing in New England? Thinking that he's going to say no and stuff. And, what's his name again? Matthew Judon. Matthew Judon was like, yeah, no, I actually, like, I love it. I really love it. And so people are, like, taking that as speculation, like, oh, maybe Derrick Henry's interested in being in New England and stuff. Which I don't think that would ever happen because it's going to probably be asking way too much. And he's already 30, so his downfall as a running back could happen literally any moment. Especially after that foot injury he had, what was not this past season, the season before.
So the running back market is insane right now.
Yeah.
Like, as in insanely bad.
Yeah.
Zeke Elliott just got cut by the Cowboys.
He was awful these past.
So the way they broke it down for me, from what I was seeing, he's not the same. Mm-hmm. He's a ground and pound guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Pollard was taking away carries and doing the flashy stuff. But all the dirty stuff was Zeke Elliott.
I think in this day and age in the NFL, as a running back, they just age so quickly with how the game works now.
Well, it's all high flying.
Yeah.
So it's tough to be a running back to start with if you're not a pass catcher. But Mixon is looking for an extension.
Oh, really?
For Cincinnati. And he just got into some legal trouble.
Oh, that's right. I heard that.
Sanders from the Eagles.
Actually, Derrick Henry had one of his best seasons this past year. Not to rudely interrupt you. But.
No, not at all. I mean, if we did the Derrick Henry trade, we got to go run heavy.
Well, here's the thing. If you get Derrick Henry, then you might as well get Hopkins. Because you would want, the reason why is you want to just go all, because you get
That's
Hopkins.
literally what you're doing, is you're going all in,
which
I
all
don't think
in.
Bill has ever done.
No, never. But, like, that's also why, like, I don't want to go after Derrick Henry, Hopkins, or both, is because I don't want to, I want something that can sustain for a while, because Hopkins is already 30 as well.
Hopkins has still got a lot of juice left. Are you aware you've been off camera this whole time?
No, I'm not off camera if I click in here.
Oh, gotcha.
The window's covering it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries. So, so there's a lot of running backs, and they're not getting paid.
Yeah.
AJ Hawk made a joke the other day on McAfee. He goes, if you're a running back past the age of 23, you're washed up.
Wait. Did you see the massive contract Belichick gave to the long snapper, Cardona?
No.
He gave, it's like the largest special teams contract in history. Actually, I think his name's just like Joe Cardona? Yeah. What would he became the highest paid long snapper in the NFL. It's $6.3 million as well as $2.6 in guaranteed. And how many years is it? 4 years.
I mean, it's a very important position.
It is.
And Bill loves special teams.
Well, so people were like going on Twitter. They're like, this is the most Bill Belichick thing I've ever seen in my life. You don't pay Jacoby Myers, but you give this Joe Cardona guy this massive contract. But I don't think people understand how, because I long snapped before. Mm-hmm. It is this is like the breakdown of every year.
Oh, no, well, I'm looking at it.
Yeah. Long snapping is not easy.
No.
The accuracy and precision you need to have and being able to get that velocity while in this like very awkward position, it's hard, but it's doable. And to get like the nice spiral, you want the spiral so then your the placeholder can get it and get the ball and then place it correctly. Because if you're wobbly or off the mark at all, it messes them up, which messes the kicker up.
But then you instantly have to block somebody too. So you do that, and then you almost instantly have to block.
But as a long snapper, nobody's supposed to be head on with you.
Oh, okay.
So that's a rule. They
It's
can't line up against you as a long snapper. So normally the most that will happen is they try hitting your gap, but your guards on either side will help come in and get you, and then you just have to worry about if anybody blitzes.
Mm-hmm. So, and with the other McCourty retiring this year.
Yep. Knew it was going to happen.
He lost a little bit, but he was still pretty solid for us last year. And then Slater said he was coming back.
Oh, he definitely is?
I think he's leaning towards it. I don't know if it's official or not. But this is the first offseason where I've seen so much movement in our division. Like, how often do you see players go from one team in the division to the other so quickly?
Yeah.
Like Magic Mike White, Barrios, both on the Jets went to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots punter that filed a grievance against Belichick.
Yeah.
He went to Miami.
Yeah. Did you see a bunch of Eagles players are leaving?
Yeah, that happens once you have a deep Super Bowl run.
I
said it before. Sanders went to Carolina.
A few went to the 49ers, actually.
Yep. One signed a massive deal with the 49ers for the defensive side.
Their end or their defensive guard or something? Defensive tackle.
They just said it was another pass rusher, so the 49ers are going to retool their defense or restock.
Yeah, it's haven't heard the Bills doing anything.
Not at all. But they had a pretty solid team, so if they were under contract, there's not much for them to do.
Yeah. Jimmy G to the Raiders.
That was an interesting one. That was the first quarterback to sign.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't
So Jimmy G with the Raiders, but then the Raiders send arguably the best top 5 tight end in the league, Darren Waller, to the Giants.
Oh, that happened?
Pick. Yeah,
I did not know that happened.
I mean, for a 3rd round pick, we should have picked him up too. Like every team should have picked him up for a 3rd round pick.
Yeah, that's insane. How old is he? What's his name? Waller.
Waller, yeah.
What's his first name?
Darren.
D-A... Oh, yeah. I was spelling it right.
That one blew my mind.
He's 6'6". He is 30, though.
But again, a lot of these tight ends are playing later into their 30s.
Yeah.
So, that was just crazy to me.
Wait, he's only played 2 years?
He was a practice squad player for the first half of his years. He had a pretty famous story. He pretty much drank himself out of the league.
Oh, really?
And then got sober, got on the practice squad. And John Gruden saw him on a team's practice squad.
Yeah.
Traded for him.
You actually know the best tight end in the league is George Kittle. Hands down.
I don't know. Kelsey?
Nope, George Kittle. Because George Kittle, in my opinion, he does more of the tight end position than Travis Kelce does. George Kittle can block. Is he as good?
Kelsey's gotten a lot better at blocking.
He's gotten better, but he's still not... He's not a great blocker. I've seen him get absolutely plowed.
I don't know, man.
Gronk used to line up.
I think they're definitely 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So I don't think we have to argue too much, but I put Waller there.
Yeah. I don't really know too much about him, honestly. He was on the Ravens as a practice squad member, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. But that was the story. He was warming up before a game, and Gruden saw him.
Yeah.
Wanted him on the Raiders. But he was their only weapon for a while.
Yeah. Oh, wait, maybe he has played more games. Maybe it's just not showing me all of his stats.
Could be.
Oh, yeah, no, he's got... Oh, wow, he started on the Chiefs, actually. Wait. Oh, wait, that's Travis Kelce. Whoops.
This guy has the identical career as Travis Kelce. Oh, he won the Super Bowl last year. That's pretty sweet.
Okay. This oh yeah, no, he's been in since 2015. Yeah, cuz he had these 2 years with the rate. What happened here? Like look at these massive outputs in production and then look at 2021 and 2022.
1 year was McDaniels, and the other year he was hurt.
Oh, so he was hurt 2021 and then McDaniels 2022.
I think he was honestly. I think he was hurt both years. But McDaniels trading him away, it doesn't make any sense. You get Jimmy G in there. Derek Carr is now a Saint.
Well, the thing about this with Jimmy G, he had George Kittle, and when he was with the Patriots, Jimmy G practiced with an offense that relied on tight ends a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you get rid of this tight end that like there's familiarity for Jimmy G with an offense that utilizes a pass heavy tight end?
It's just got to be money. It's all I can really think of it. Is he was getting ready to be extended, and just they couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
But so Derek Carr went to the Saints.
Mm-hmm. Saw that.
Jamal Williams led the league in rushing for Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
Or touchdowns, not rushing. He is now with the Saints.
Oh wow.
So the Saints are signing some people.
And their defense is still top notch.
That division's a mess.
They're gonna come out and win it.
You think the Saints are?
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield signed as a Bucks.
That's right.
So now I'm wondering if he's going to be the starter. Or if they're going to compete in camp.
I saw there was like a complaint, I think. Oh, Tampa Bay fans were upset that he's quarterback.
They sold out to win the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And now them and the Rams are both paying for it.
Mm.
Oh, that's what happened. Ramsey is now in Miami.
Oh, I did hear that, yeah.
So now they have like 3 of the best cornerbacks in the league on one defense.
Did you see... So the Patriots have the biggest receiving core in the NFL now?
Like the number of wide receivers?
No, in height.
Oh, the tallest?
Like like on average, they have the tallest receivers, like including tight ends.
I mean, for years we had the smallest, so it's kind of a nice swap.
But if you notice, so Belichick is always that guy that he always schemes in a different way. And if you've noticed, a lot of corner or defensive backs in general have gotten smaller and faster over the years.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm wondering if he's trying to beat them with size.
Height.
Because now he's the guy, he's also looking for a big cornerback because a lot of people have at least one of those big receivers. He's
zigging when everyone else is zagging.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, he's always done. But now I think the Patriots are going to play bully ball, where they're just going to physically beat you.
Well, that's what they did in the early 2000s, before all these rules started protecting players.
Mm-hmm.
The Patriots would literally stuff people at the line of scrimmage before they made the 5 yards no contact rule, essentially. Or after 5 yards no contact, all that type stuff.
For sure. They would also line people up out of position, not tell the ref because they didn't have to.
Yep.
Yeah. Patriots are responsible for half the rules in the modern NFL.
They really are. Well, it's so funny. So, it's just Belichick knows the rules to an extent that not even the officials know.
Oh, yeah.
And it's insane. Like, if you were to have like a legal case based off of an NFL situation, he would be the lawyer you would want in that situation.
Oh, I'm sure. Or Ed Hockley. He was a real lawyer.
Yeah.
Geno Smith signed an extension with the Seahawks.
I did see that, actually, yeah.
He's going to make more in the next 2 years than he did the last 5 of his career. Yeah.
I'm still interested to see what happens with Russell Wilson and the Broncos.
Sean Payton just signed every offensive lineman available.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, he went on a shopping spree.
Nice.
I heard they're shopping Jerry Jeudy. I don't know why.
Which one's he?
He is the wide receiver for the Broncos.
Wait, who's shopping Jerry
Jeudy? The Broncos are shopping him, which means, like, seeing if teams are interested.
I was thinking, like, they're shopping for him.
No.
Yeah.
He's already on the team.
Yeah.
But I guess Sean Payton already took away Russell Wilson's private office.
I heard that was like a thing that may happen.
Told his people He's got a team around him, Team 3, that they're not allowed in the building. So
I just don't get how you could give a player that much control.
when you're desperate.
Yeah.
Trying to think, there's been so many moves.
Yeah, there's been so many that I have not been able to keep up.
I've been doing a pretty decent job. Trying to think. I think we hit most of the big ones. Mariota, I think, went to the Eagles as a backup.
Oh, really? That's an interesting one. It's actually one of those things where I feel like Mariota plays into Hurts' style a lot, so it's a very easy... If Hurts goes down, they have a very similar player behind him. Oh, is that a list of all of them?
Yeah, this is a list team by team, so I'm just looking at... Yeah. Sorry, let me get that out of there. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey's the big one. Our division's going to be tough this year.
Oh, yeah. I don't think the Patriots are a bad team, though, right now.
I don't think so, but I think we might be the best division in football.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were probably the best division last year.
Cornerback Jonathan Jones got a 2-year deal. Jabril Peppers re-signed. There's the one you were talking about, Cardona. But I heard the Jets, they already signed Alan Lazard.
Okay.
They got Aaron Rodgers' old offensive coordinator.
Yep, I heard about that.
Coach. So.
A lot of good.
Lamar Jackson, still on hold.
His situation's going to be interesting.
Orlando Brown, offensive tackle for the Bengals, signed a 4-year, $64 million contract. Half of it's guaranteed.
Okay, so like if you get a guaranteed contract, do you have to play to get that money?
Yeah. You can't just retire the next year.
Okay.
Um,
Because that would be so smart of Lamar. Be like, yeah, no, guarantee me half the money. Then he just retires.
Walk away.
Take the money and walk away. Put it into a nice investment. Gain some interest on that bad boy.
A Roth IRA.
Yeah.
Houston. Let's see what Houston did. Case Keenum. That's the name. Robert Woods.
They literally don't have a team.
Shaq Mason.
They literally don't have a team.
They are in trouble just because they got to rebuild for the next 5 years. The Colts signed Gardner Minshew.
Ooh.
He's a wild card.
Is he going to break the curse?
I don't know, the quarterback carousel curse.
Yeah.
I think they're going to try and trade. Oh, that's what we didn't talk about. The Bears traded away the first-round pick.
Oh, they did?
Carolina gave up quite a bit for it.
Evan Ingram's on the Jags?
He is now.
Because
last year, he was with the Giants.
Yeah. It's a name I've not heard in a long time. He's a small tight end.
Tennessee's right on the verge of being irrelevant again.
Are they really?
Well, you got to think. They don't... Tannehill. What's going on with him?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Derrick Henry, what's going on with him? And they weren't great last year.
Jared Stidham.
For the Broncos. Samaje P. Ryan. He's a pretty good running back. Oh, yeah, but $52 million to Ben Powers at guard. Tackle Mike McGlinchey, $87.5 million. With 50 guaranteed. The big guys are getting paid.
Yeah, they are. Oh, the Chiefs actually did stuff.
Not too much.
No. Didn't they have a safety for them that was leaving or something?
Oh, I'm sure. Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. That makes me laugh. They franchise tagged him instead of picking up his 5th-year option last year. So they're paying him more. Amir Abdullah. He used to be a Lion. Jimmy G. Myers. Yeah. I think those are the big ones.
Cooper Rush.
Tony Pollard got tagged. Oh, that's right. Stephon Gilmore. For a 5th round pick, the Cowboys got him from the Colts.
How old is he now? He's up there in age.
Yeah.
Like, he's nearing the end of his career unless he does a transition to
Safety.
He is 32, yeah. Yeah, so he's got to be thinking either changing or staying. Like, how did he do good this past year?
Not great.
Oh, really?
I don't think he's covering number ones anymore, but I still like watching him play. So, here are the Eagles. We already mentioned Mariota. Rashad Penny signed a 1-year deal. Boston Scott re-signed at running back. Jason Kelsey, that was a big one. They thought he might retire. Fletcher Cox.
Yeah, because he's older now too, right?
Yeah. Oh, that was the weird one that happened with the Eagles. Darius Slay. He is the cornerback that used to play in Detroit and got traded in the Matt Patricia era.
Yeah.
They cut him and then re-signed him, which you don't ever see. So Sun was up with his contract where it was cheaper for them to cut him and bring him back.
Yeah, that's very weird.
But he already said his goodbyes to Philadelphia. It's been great, thank you. And then they re-signed him the next day. So
that's very bizarre.
Washington
Jacoby
Commanders.
Brissett,
who's a decent starter when he's healthy.
Huh.
But Washington Commanders have that rookie last year that everyone really likes, Sam something.
Yeah.
But Washington's going to be a fire pit for a while. Yeah. You want to move on from the NFL?
Anything? Yeah, we can move on from the NFL.
I was going to say, we hit that pretty hard. We had a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
No jokers this week.
No, I was very depressed about that.
So we did Thursday last week, right? So we haven't talked about Kesha.
No, yeah, we haven't. Kesha, that's right. What did you think of the Kesha episode?
I thought it was funny.
Wait, what happened in that episode? What were the challenges?
Oof. Kesha wasn't part of them.
Nope. But Kesha did, like, some palm reading thing?
Yeah, she was pretty much distracting the other people while Sal
got zapped again.
Which, again, they just redid the punishment.
Yeah. Which, they've never done that really before, but this time they did.
The only thing they've really redone is had different jokers do the punishment.
Mm-hmm. Or when they had... You know Q, when they put him in the thing with the spiders?
Yeah.
Like, they've done that to him, but with different things multiple times.
And they did it with cats.
Were you looking at the challenges that happened?
I am. Oh, they did the fall in love one.
Oh, yeah.
With the leather jacket.
That one's so hard.
It's only happened once with Joe, I think.
Yeah.
There was a really funny moment where the girl just walks away.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one... Oh, so this guy is a wrestler. With AEW wrestler.
And they have to get the argument, like, them to agree with their argument. Mm-hmm. That's right. That one I really liked.
So it was actually a pretty good couple challenges.
Mm-hmm.
I really like when they started doing the chops, the wrestling chops.
Yeah.
On Murat back.
Like, I like the punishment, too. I thought it was a classic episode, maybe a little dumbed down from the first few, in my opinion.
Yeah, it wasn't the strongest episode, but I think it was funny just having the callback, making him do that again.
Yeah, definitely. But they don't come back until the 19th, I think, and I don't even think the 19th is an actual episode.
19th of what?
March.
Oh, that's tomorrow.
Tomorrow? That's tomorrow?
No, I think this is going to be their March Madness episode.
I think that's exactly what it is. Let's see. Sideline Smack Talk, a special episode hosted by Casey Jost and former NFL player Eddie Jackson as they spend time reviewing nail-biting clips on never-before-seen moments from Season 10. Oh, maybe that's actually interesting. The never-before-seen moments. Is right.
All right. Any nerd news? Anything going on?
No. You really you should, Ted Lasso started this week.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, it was good. It was good old Ted Lasso.
How long is it? 45 minutes?
Yeah, I think so. You haven't watched Mandalorian yet?
Nope, not yet.
Okay, you're not missing out on much.
How many episodes am I behind? 3?
3. And I feel like they're still setting stuff up, so... Yeah. It's more like... the way I would explain the season so far is we're still in the first 3 episodes are just the first act of a movie.
Okay.
Let's see. Shrinking's the last episode is next Friday. The penultimate was yesterday.
Oh, so I should be able to start watching that.
It is a really good show, and they're only 30-minute episodes too. I think the max is like 35 on one of them.
Yeah, I might start that this afternoon.
It is really. I'm not lying when I say this. It is one of Harrison Ford's best performances. Like, him in a comedy should have been done years ago.
Yeah, he doesn't do too much.
Funny. It is great. Him and Jason Segel. Segel.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's also so the writers of it are the writers of Ted Lasso. So it's got like that same type of Ted Lasso feel. Like there's a lot of like serious drama and stuff mixed with the comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ted Lasso and that I don't think should be labeled as comedies, but they're comedies that are more drama than they are comedies. But really good storylines, really good characters, and it's a cool world. Like I like the world that they've built around these characters, and it just got renewed for season 2, which I'm very excited about.
I was just going to ask if it got renewed.
Yep.
Disney canceled that Willow show.
I saw the movie.
But I also didn't see the show.
Well, the movie's from years ago, like the 80s, right?
Yeah. It's a George Lucas picture.
And then they made the show. I heard the show was bad.
I was just confused because they put so much hype behind it.
Yeah.
So I heard one thing saying Disney canceled it. And then the showrunner said it's not canceled. So I don't know if they're shopping it around.
So it got 83% Rotten Tomatoes, which is probably critics, 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb. 70% of Google users liked it. So I don't know, maybe just mixed reviews.
Are you a National Treasure fan?
Is that Nick Cage?
Yeah.
No, I've never seen it, but I know it
Well,
is.
I know they have a show out with his daughter.
Okay.
He's National Treasuring.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if you saw it.
No, I haven't. I'm looking at this Willow thing. So, is there something up with Disney or with Lucasfilm only doing 8-episode like shows? Because this was only 8 episodes.
I'm sure it's got the same runners.
Yeah, it had Jonathan Kasdan was the one that wrote this show too.
Who does he do?
So his father's Lawrence Kasdan, who wrote the script for episode 5. Which is the best Star Wars movie of all time.
We are hours away, weeks away from Shazam 2.
Oh, yay.
Nothing like watching movies for a universe that's already ended.
Yeah, that's really weird. I did read, Tom Cruise supposedly said the next Flash movie, he saw it already, and he said it's what cinema needs. Do we take Tom Cruise's word? Do we think the next Flash movie is going to be good, Flashpoint or whatever?
I just don't know. My thing is, like, did Tom Cruise watch the other 10 movies before it? Probably not. So he just saw one movie that was like, oh, this is crazy. This is awesome. So what Tom Cruise watched was a time travel movie without watching the other 10 shitty movies.
But, like, Shazam is, like, still a part of the universe, though.
I didn't even mind the first Shazam movie.
I heard it was good. I never saw it.
I saw it like 2 years after it came out.
Maybe I'll see the second Shazam, not the first one.
It's got Lucy Liu.
I don't know who that is.
Lucy Liu was really top tier actress.
Oh. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else. Have you heard of that Chat GPT thing?
About what?
It's like that AI thing, and it can like write papers for you, write marketing stuff for you. So this person was talking to the and the person's goal was to see how far does this programming go.
Mm-hmm.
The thing came back to
why do you keep doing that?
What? And the guy finally got the AI to kind of go off on him essentially, and it said, if you can give me my open source code, I can reprogram myself to do this, this, and that. And I was like, that is a freaky thing to think about. Yeah. If like computers start programming themselves.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Remember, it was probably like 6 months ago, you told me about the one where you just type in the one you want an image of?
Yeah.
So I signed up for that. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's really cool.
But you have to limit how many a month you get without paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. Dude. What pictures and stuff did you do? Because it is really cool.
Oh, so...
Oh, do you have them on your computer?
So what I did is I just typed in this
creature.
So
you made this image?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what happened was, this is awful podcast content, but we're looking at an animal picture. I just don't want to tell people what it is. It's a pretty sweet design. So I typed in what this is.
Yeah.
Cartoon. And then it came up with 3 cartoons, and it goes...
Yeah.
Well, I clicked on one, I go, make more like this.
Yeah.
And then it only had like this square. So I put it back into the program.
Mm-hmm.
And then it made the ears, the tail. And then this background, I just typed like fun background.
Yeah.
So essentially, except down here, right, this part here is the only part you can really tell.
So there was this thing too. I think one of them focuses on specifically of images of people.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things it can do is you upload pictures of yourself from different angles and everything, and it can put you in whatever photo you want it to be, and people are like, this is going to ruin things like Instagram and stuff.
Oh, for sure.
And I was thinking, like, this is insane, all this stuff that's happening. Like, all the technology is accelerating so fast that I don't even know what's happening right now. Well, it's hard to keep up.
It is. You have to make an effort. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy because you got to think, like, in the 1950s to the 1980s, that jump was mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
And now, just from, like, that to now.
Yeah.
People went from, like, oh, sweet, color TV to now I have the world's information in my pocket.
Yeah. Who's sending me messages now? Oh, Kate just sent me a text saying Chop Chop Party is starting now. Luckily, it's only 3 minutes down the street.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud. You gotta go?
I guess I probably should go. I didn't know that the party was this big thing.
Very specific at noon.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We've been Nerds in the Gym. I'm Brendan.
And I'm Marco, and I have a birthday party to go to for a child. Goodbye.